Hey, it's Vince Del Monte, online fitness business coach, dedicated to helping online fitness experts scale to 6 or 7 figures a year. And today, we're back with Dan Locke. We're gonna have an awesome conversation today on how to manage your money because you're getting a lot of bad advice from a lot of broke people. All right, and we're gonna talk to somebody who's not broke, somebody who's thriving and helping a lot of others achieve more income, impact, and independence. Yep. So hey, Dan, I think I just wanna kinda open up by saying, I understand where a lot of our viewers are coming from who are raised with, middle class thinking of trying to get ahead with addition and subtraction. Save a little bit over here, make a little bit over here.
A penny saved is a penny earned. Money doesn't grow on trees, right?
Yeah.
Clip the coupons.
It's crazy because I just came off Mastermind Weekend Empire with Bedros and Craig, and we had Tim Larkin, the author of When Violence is the Answer, talk about how you can't block your way to success if you're in a physical fight.
Correct.
And I was like, that's fascinating. You have to strike. You have to attack.
Yes.
So I would love to hear what we should be doing when it comes to our money. How do we set ourselves up to be in a very healthy position for ourselves and our family, 10 years, 20 years down the road?
I think, first of all, let me just lay a foundation.
Cool.
In terms of, because there are so many people who want to give you money advice. Your parents want to give you money advice, your uncle, your aunt wants to give you advice, your high school buddies want to give you advice.
Sure.
The people on TV wants to give you, hey, when to sell, when to buy, all the stock advice, all of that stuff. Now, first of all, it's very, very simple.
Yeah.
Like the rule of thumb is this. Let's start with this baseline. You take their advice, you get their life.
I love it. You
Okay,
take their advice, you get their life. That's tweetable. I love that.
So from there, that should help you to, okay, should I listen to this person? He may be my best friend, like buddy, like that's cool, but he's still living in the basement with the mom.
Sure.
We got a problem, right? He might say, hey man, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be buying it, you shouldn't be going to that course, you shouldn't be, look at his life.
Sure.
Very simple. Your mom and dad love them. I love my mom and dad, right? But when it comes to financial advice, do I want their lifestyle? Do I want their life, right?
Sure.
If I get the life, so when you have that kind of filter, that pretty much eliminates 99.99% of people you will listen to.
Yeah.
Same thing with, you're sitting down with a mutual fund salesperson. They're trying to sell you, hey, you should buy this mutual fund, you should buy this, you should buy that. You look at this person, you take their advice, you get their life.
Yeah.
That helps you a lot in terms of making decisions.
I think one of the biggest switches in my mindset in terms of growing is that 95% of your time and energy needs to go into that top 5% of the income statement, the top line. And what I didn't understand is that you can't expand and contract at the same time. And I didn't realize that if you want the top line to go up, every other line on the income statement always also needs to go up. And you can't live large while hanging on to small. And I don't think people are like, they want to get ahead, but they don't want to put anything out. They don't understand that you need money to make money.
And I think most people, and this is kind of a little bit controversial, but I think most people save their way to bankruptcy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, so true.
Where they
unpack that a bit.
So think about, I use this metaphor. Imagine there's this bucket of gold sand in front of you, right? And I say to you, you can grab as much as you want, but only in one shot, only with one hand, one time. Now imagine, Vince, if I go in there, if I want to grab as much gold sand I could, if I'm very tight-fisted, I'm like squeezing, just squeezing it. Well, how much gold sand are you going to have? Not much.
Yeah, interesting.
The only thing you get the maximum gold sand is you do have the open palm approach.
I like
That's
that.
right. So if you're too tight with your money, you're too cheap. Think about as an entrepreneur, as an executive, a CEO. If you're very, very cheap, you can nickel and dime your vendors. But do you think your vendors want to work with you long term?
No.
Probably not. You can nickel and dime your team. But do you think they want to stay long term with you if you nickel and dime? You can nickel and dime your joint venture partner, right? Hey man, I don't want to give you like 40%. How about we do like 20%?
Right.
Are they gonna be your advocate, right? Are they gonna be excited promoting your product? No. So you see this whole thing. It's a very short-sighted thinking versus I'll give you an example. Even when I had a lot of independent contractors in my company back then, I would give them, like example, when most people, when the independent contractor send the person an invoice, most people would drag on and on and on, right? My rule of thumb, they send me an invoice, I pay within 24 hours.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they do good job, and independent contractors, I pay them a bonus. When was the last time an independent contractor gets a bonus from someone, from a client? Never.
I gotta ask, I don't know if we're gonna do this in another video or now, but like, where did this mindset come from, this abundant mentality? Because here's what I also see, Dan, is some people are in the position to do that, but they don't. And I say that's the definition of scarcity. Like, they can give a bonus, they could make a hire, they could invest in the media buyer, they could make the next step, but they don't, even though the funds are there. Why is it?
It's not even, it's abundance and scarcity mindset, but I think is most people, they think they're smart with the money, but they're not wise. There's a difference between being smart and being wise. Because if think about I paid a bonus to the independent contractor, okay? Imagine you're a writer for me, okay? You do a good job, and I say, Vince, you're such a good writer. I know this job is $1,000. You've done so good, I'm going to pay you $200 extra. We have never received this bonus before. Next time when I need a job from you, are you going to do better? If I need something urgent, are you going to get it done?
Yeah.
I just went from the bottom of your list
Right.
to now the top VIP on your list.
Right, I gotcha.
So-
You're creating loyalty.
Loyalty, and you want your business, the people around you working for your organization, they all focus on how can I help this person to
Right.
be more successful.
You're literally putting yourself in the bottom,
Yep.
and you're putting your people at top.
And that's, you think you're by saving a few pennies, like oh this and that, right? A few pennies, like
so
oh,
funny.
It's
What
this,
is
but you're not going to get to that long-term success. One thing I've learned from, like in business, from successful people. Let's say we're doing a deal together, and people talk about win-win. Most people don't do win-win. I only do win-win. I would not do a deal that is not a win-win. Period. So let's say we have this deal, and I say, you know what, I could take hypothetically 50% of the deal. I can even push with my name 60% of the deal. That's cool. But if I only take 40% of the deal, then you're much more likely, I want to do business with Dan, right? And then the people you would talk about, I want to do business. When opportunities come to you, it is so much easier than you chasing people. Yeah, you nickel and dime, but then everybody's going to talk behind your back. Man, I deal with that guy. He is cheap. He's like, he's cheap as fuck, right? Now, I don't want to deal with that guy no more.
Doesn't pay on time.
It doesn't pay on time. It drags on. Like, I don't want to work with that guy. The minute the person's capable, probably they don't want to work with you no more.
Yeah, no, I've seen guys implode because they wouldn't pay people, and they're good people. And they're like, please don't ever send me that guy again.
And if you can't afford to pay good people, it's not their fault. There's something flawed with your business model. It's a business model. It's not a money management model. So that's what I'm talking about, right?
Man, there's so much I want to talk about here. Let's talk about one more thing on how to manage your money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious, like, are you dumping everything back into growth, or are you trying to pull, a percentage aside each month, to save? Like, you got to be putting something away, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd love to know that. Hey, I need to put something aside, don't I? Or do you decide on what that number is and then operate around that? How do you do
this
it?
would be so helpful for your audience, your fans, and for you as well, because I know that's what you're going through.
Yeah, because I'm dumping so much out. I'm making money. Like, Flavie, we haven't saved anything this whole year. I've told my wife, I said, we might not save anything this year either, and we might liquidate the house and the gym so that we can keep growing. And she's like, that's fine. Thank God I have a wife that's understanding.
Yes.
But like, some people are like, you haven't saved anything from all this hard work? Don't you deserve to put something aside for yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, how do you manage that?
It's a very common problem with entrepreneurs. Because most entrepreneurs, chances are, if they're good entrepreneurs, they're very good at making money. They're not very good investors, because they are two different skill sets.
Sure.
Right? The entrepreneurial, risk-taking, whatever it takes kind of mentality. It's not the mentality you need to be as a successful investor. It's the opposite skill set.
Interesting.
So most entrepreneurs, they make a lot of money. I call them high income but underinvested.
High
income but underinvested.
High income, underinvested. I like that.
Because they always, they know, usually good entrepreneurs, they're good at sales, they're good at marketing, they can always bring in money. You're good at bringing in money.
Yeah.
But there's like, I'm not going to invest. It's okay, I just put it in my business, right? So very simple, 3 stages. And I teach this in my wealth triangle. Let me teach a wealth triangle.
Let's do it.
Because this is what would give you the...
I don't think they're going anywhere. We got their full attention.
Here you go. So
leave at your own risk, my friend.
this, I'm going to give you a teacher concept. From now on, you will know exactly what you need to do with your money at what stages. Because you could listen to someone and say, hey man, you should buy Uber, buy Uber stocks, or you should invest in crypto, you should do this, you should buy real estate. Whatever vehicle, that's actually secondary. Right? Now it's more important about where you are at. No one talks about where you are at. Like where the stage you're at has a huge factor, huge determining factor what you invest in. So wealth triangle, first step, think about a triangle with three corners. The very first pillar, the very first step, first stage, I call that high income skills. Okay? And I define high income skills as a skill that could make you $10,000 or more per month. Basically 6-figure a year.
Sure.
So, and I'm not talking about high income job. If you're a personal trainer, you can make 6-figure a year, 10,000 a month. That's your high income skill, right?
A skill.
It's a skill set, not a job.
Yeah.
It's not a job. It's not working for a company. It is a skill set. You are trading your hours for dollars, but you're trading your hours for high dollars.
Right.
Right.
Leverage time.
You're leveraging. You're exchanging your expertise, your experience, your skill.
Sure.
To get money, right?
Yeah, you're going to get paid a premium.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's the first stage. So anyone who's watching this, or Dan, should I invest in this and my friend invest in that? My question is, do you have your high income skill?
First.
Are you making more than $10,000 a month?
Sure.
If you're not, you put all your money into developing that skill set, period. I don't care if it's learning copywriting, closing, digital marketing, anything.
I just discovered this, remember this. So I sponsor quite a few kids in third world countries. And I asked them, I went down to Honduras a number of years ago with my father, and I said, I'm giving, $40 a month to all these kids. Where does the money actually go to? You know where the money goes to? A skill.
Yeah.
Because if the kids don't develop a skill, then they don't have the ability to be valuable to their family, which has like 4 or 5 plus kids, and they can never beat the cycle of poverty.
Correct.
Because they can't
They just eat and consume.
Yeah, they can't remove the burden.
Yeah, they can't
And I
produce.
think it's fascinating that is their survival mechanism to be able to produce a skill. So they said every month you give $40. It helps with some other things too, but the main thing is to give them a chance.
A skill set. A
To
skill.
produce value in the marketplace. And I'm like, that is fascinating. How can I stop giving? And that's what we're talking about right now. We're giving them a chance to have a opportunity to have a possibility to serve people.
100%, and it's the skill that pays the bills, right?
Yes.
It's the skill that pays the bills. So once you have that, so if you're making it less than 10,000, you do that. Now, this is goes against to a lot of what people even talk about, a lot of gurus talk about on social media. Oh man, just start your business. You gotta hustle. You gotta just start the business. Right? Actually, I don't agree with that at all. I think before you start a business, you should have the high income skill. So the second step, it's what I call a scalable business.
I like
Not just any business, but scalable business. Now, so in high income skill, stage 1 is you making yourself money.
Gotcha.
Now, with a scalable business, now you have people and systems making you money, right? Now, when you transition from high income skills to business, your chance of success is way higher. Because as you know, it takes money to grow a business. It takes time to grow a business, right? If you, the worst time to start a business is when you have no money. Because you think, this thing is going to break even in 3 months. Well, this damn thing doesn't break even in 3 years.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do, right? And you get desperate, right? You get all needy.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to make
Hit
decisions.
the panic button and then
right?
you tap out.
Yeah, and then all this stuff, and then people give up, and then say business doesn't work. And that's why business has such a huge failure rate, because I think people go about it in the wrong order. So now you have a scalable businesses. When you are growing your business, you should put, like what you're doing right now, almost all your money into this. Why? Because I believe if you're running a good business, meaning there's actually a demand for your marketplace, you're getting traction. There is nothing, no damn investments that would provide a better return. There is no way that an investment that you could put in $1 and say you're running an ad, drive them to an office, spending $1, you're getting even like $1.20 back. You're getting $2 back. That's 200% return. Where in the hell in the world you gotta find an investment to give you 200% return?
Can't, yeah.
You're good if you're getting 10, 12%. Like that, you're a phenomenal investor.
Sure.
So if you're at this stage,
Yeah.
you put all your money growing and just scaling the heck out of that business.
I like it.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Right? High income skills, 10K or more, get to that, scalable business, right? Now, the question is, well then do I, what if I'm making $1 million a year, then should I put some money aside?
Yeah.
My question is, it's not about the figure. It's not about, do I hit $1 million, $2 million, $10 million? It's not about that. Because you'll be making $10 million in revenue, making no profit. It's when your business is throwing off so much cash that, man, I've done as much as marketing as I could. I've hired as many people as I could. This thing is still throwing off a lot of cash. What do I do with it? Then you put into the third thing, which is high return investments. You do not invest in a vehicle, this is my personal opinion, you do not invest in that until you fully maximize your high income skills. You are leveraging and maximizing, like let this thing run to a point where this thing is like, I'm got so much revenue coming in. Like your accountant will be calling you, hey Vince, you got too much revenue coming in, man. You way too much revenue.
Is illegal.
Yeah, like what is going on? Like
they're wondering where it came
you
from.
You need
Yeah.
to put your money into something for tax purposes, for diversification. That's when you know, okay, now I got to do some investments. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Then you put it into high return. So what happens is not all money is created equal. High income skills, this you are creating more income. This provides you with income. Scalable business provides you with cash flow. Profits, right? Business will make a profit. Your high return investments build your net worth.
Gotcha.
Which is what wealthy people talk about.
Yeah.
What's your net worth? They don't talk about income, they talk about your net worth.
I love it.
But if you trying to build this thing, you're making $3,000 a month. Oh, I want to talk about net worth. I want to buy real estate with no money down.
Yeah, you get it.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, you got to embrace the season you're in.
That's it.
And these seasons can take the rest of your life.
That's it.
You can
So then, if you're not good at it, let's say your business, you're doing very well, and you say, I'm going to put some money aside, and I'm going to buy a piece of property, hypothetically, okay? I'm going to buy a piece of property, small little condo, maybe breaks even. Let's say it throws off $100 of cash flow. Wouldn't you be better off if you take the same amount of money and you hire 3 strong people to help you grow your business?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Versus you just sit there passively, so your own little condo throws off $100 in cash flow. How does that help your overall picture?
Right.
You are still far from being wealthy.
Yeah.
But the business could make you wealthy though.
It's so true. Yeah, it's allocation of funds, yeah.
That's it.
That's so good. Hey guys, you guys just got basically a roadmap for, the next couple decades. This is the rest of your life. This is it. I think the most challenging thing for people to do is to embrace the season they're in and to realize you're not meant to be any further ahead. This is where you've been planted. Don't feel like you've been buried in the ground. This is where you need to focus. And I think the majority of people listening right now are likely in that very first corner.
You just get to that. So then it's like, because I get this even on Instagram, right? Hey, Dan, I've got $2,000, $3,000. What should I invest in? Nothing except in yourself.
I love it.
Period.
What do you say we give them an opportunity to do something like that?
If you want to develop that high income skill, right, which is what I teach.
So what you can do next, all right, if you're ready, all right, this is not for people that need to think about it, all right? Thinking takes half a second, by the way. Yeah. This is for people that are decisive and that want to carve a path, cut down some trees so that they can get to the other end of the forest. And what we've got here is a training that Dan's put together that, like 6,000 plus people have already gone through?
5,000 from 150 countries.
From 150 countries, a free training. There's a link below, somewhere maybe on the screen as well. Just click it, sign up for it, show up, and when you show up again and get involved in the training, listen to everything that is being taught to you and take action on it, all right? If you're ready to get rid of the 9-to-5 and improve your future, all right? Make a definitive and firm decision right now, all right? So there's a link there for you below. It's 100% free. Check it out. It's incredible. I've gone through it, so much value. And Dan, thanks so much, man.
Welcome.
That was such a good conversation. Hey, by the way, what did you find most helpful from that conversation? I'd love to know in the comments below.
And where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, which are you, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3? right? And what do you need to focus on?
Drop that below. I'd love to find out where you're at right now. It's really good to know that. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day.
I was just ready for a change in my life.
I was depressed, full of anxiety, on medication.
I came across this course purely by coincidence, but was it coincidence? I don't know.
Price changes depending on the size of company I sell to, so it could be from 1K to 100K.
And those people are going to help you hone your skills so that you get better and better and better at it. And that's the way to do it.
Get back on the phone and actually talk to people, have that conversation.
Essentially what HTC did for me was, it saved my life.